it's another review. We got the CT Toys Bootleg SHF Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. That is a mouthful. Honestly, guys, if you have not heard of CT Toys or you haven't been keeping up with any other reviews, they are absolutely smashing the bootleg market. They are killing it. Look at these head sculpts. They look like legitimate head sculpts from the actual SHF line. They look fantastic. The paint looks awesome in the box. Now, I only have one other Miles. We'll see him later. He is the Space Venom Wave Marvel Legend. However, I knew I needed an upgrade, and I grabbed this guy right here. Maybe a day or two after I grabbed this guy, they announced the new classic comic version. And I will probably grab him from the Marvel Legends line because he looks fantastic. Plus, I need that extra little comic, even if it's not the right size, technically. Let's get this guy open, check him out and all of his accessories. And we got the same type of flight stand that we have for the Scarlet Spider, and we'll just bring that one over here, show it off. I will build this one a little bit later. This one isn't actually broken. So, like, this little part here is just parts to break off, so you can put these two into that little piece there and turn it into this. The exact same little flight stand. So I'm just going to throw that off to the side there. We'll deal with that later. And let's get moving on. So now that we got Miles up here, we'll take a look at some of the extra stuff he has in the packaging too. There's some extra frames, a bunch of spare hands, a couple web effects. Nowhere near the amount of web effects that came with the CT Toys Scarlet Spider or any of the actual Mafex releases of the Spider-Man, which is unfortunate, but also not a necessary addition. Alright, now after being rudely interrupted by my furnace, we got him set up. We got those alternate heads down here. We're going to show them off really quick. Look at this paint application. Look at that. There's a little bit of scuffage there, but honestly, like, that's unreal. Absolutely unreal. I'm going to put that one down there. Oh no, sit up, man. There's the alternate neck piece, which these pop on and off super easily. They even got this face looking really good. I'm ultra impressed because the last time I got a head sculpt out of any type of bootleg, it did not look like that. I'll tell you that much. Maybe I'll flash a picture on screen of what the amazing Spider-Man bootleg looks like when you buy the one with the actual unmasked Peter Parker head sculpt, and it's just absolutely crazily scary looking and doesn't even look like a human being. Let's get on to the figure because we've already talked about the accessories. So right off the hop, these lenses pop off because of the other ones, but articulation wise, my man's can look up that much. He can look down that much with the extra neck joint there. He's got decent diaphragm cut. There's a nice swivel there. Still, it doesn't go all the way around. You got that very nice arch back to do some crazy poses. Very good arch forward. Let's see if he can do it. He's got tiny little spindly legs. Probably not. I mean, he could, but he's going to fall over because he's top heavy due to the fact that his legs are literally the thinnest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm worried about it. I'm not going to lie. I've heard about QC issues on the actual one, the actual SH Figure Arts. So I am worried about the hips here, but we'll move on to the articulation. Look at the paint first, actually, because I did that, but like, look at the paint apps. All the freaking detail is there. Everything. It just looks so good. Move on to the shoulders for the articulation. You got the butterfly joints, which are very mobile. You got your ball jointed shoulders. Got your bicep cut. Nice. Double jointed elbows, which get a nice deep bend. You got your standard wrists for SH Figure Arts articulation. Then after the waist is there, we got those ball jointed hips, which can give him a very nice split actually. A little bit of a thigh cut, a little tight there. Don't want to mess around too much. Double jointed knees, the ankle balls, and the toe articulation. So we do have all of that. And this Miles figure, honestly, is blowing me out of the water here. It looks so good compared to what I thought. Like, I've never been a fan of over stylizing my figures until recently. And this figure is just an absolute gorgeous addition. We're going to do a little bit of some scale comparisons here. There's not a whole lot to talk about with him other than the fact that he's a very good bootleg. If you can find him, I highly recommend doing it. Click that link in the description below to buy it yourself as well. I'll have it linked to the actual store I bought it from. I'm not sure if it'll be in stock or not. I do know that they have a limited quantity and they will be getting rid of it. However, with the size comparisons, let's start off with the Build-A-Figure Wave, the Space Venom Build-A-Figure Wave comic Miles Morales. So we can see that this CT Toys SHF Miles stands a little bit taller than the Marvel Legends Space Venom Wave Miles, but ultimately they look pretty darn good together. I'm going to move this Miles off here, and we're going to bring our CT Toys Scarlet Spider in just to put him beside it, trying to make his legs pretty straight. Oh no! Don't fall? Okay. So as we can see, Scarlet Spider is a little bit taller. That is the CT Toys one that we got right there. We're going to be bringing in the actual Mafex right now. Put him right beside these guys and seeing the difference in height. As you can tell, even when this Scarlet is falling backwards, they... CT Toys does have a little bit of a scale issue with the actual Scarlet there, but when it comes to Miles, I feel as though he's scaled very well, even with the legitimate Mafex Scarlet Spider here. Let's move these Scarlet Spiders out of the way and bring some Peter Parkers instead of the Ben Rileys. First things first, we're going to throw up our standard Final Swing Spidey suit. That is our usual boy. He usually pops up here because I know that most folks either have him or had the ability to grab him at one point. You might even be able to grab him now on the secondary market. Not too sure what the prices are going for. And due to the power of pausing and editing, we've gotten rid of a couple things in the background, but we've also put this Ditko Spider-Man there. As you can tell, Miles is a little bit shorter than both of these guys. However, in scale-wise, that makes sense due to the fact that he is younger. He is still a teenager at this point as well. Same with the Ditko Spider-Man. And technically, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is supposed to be an adult at this point, I believe. But, you know, it is what it is. He's a little bit shorter, and we don't judge our king. So that's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This one was a little bit faster than the others. I'm going to move these guys out of the way here and give Miles the spotlight he deserves. CT Toys is absolutely destroying the bootleg game. These guys are absolutely fantastic. If I didn't know any better, I would think this was the legitimate SHF. I'm not even lying to you. This thing is so freaking cool. You might need to put some shock oil on it. I'm always worried, especially with these guys. Even the bootlegs, they can get into some crazy stuff. And always be careful to ensure that you don't break your figures. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, share, follow, do all of that rigmarole. You know, get yourself some Baggins Frodo's content and stay frosty. The biggest difference is that we get an alternative soft goods hoodie. Now, this is actually what a lot of people were looking for in their hoodie on this Scarlet Spider figure in general from the real release. It's got the wired hood just like everything. Yeah, the stitching's not as good as the Mafex version,